Hey guys, so let's do our weekly energy. This is going to be for the 31st of October all the way to, let's see, the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th to the 6th of November. All right, George is here and he's going to do our weekly with us, okay? We're here snuggling up by the fire and it's really cozy. So we do have Halloween coming in on the 1st, so I am using my crystal ball. As well, I have my animal oracle card deck, which George really likes, okay? So let's see what comes up. So I've been doing a lot of theta healing lately, and so for people that don't know what theta healing is, it's really working on your subconscious limiting beliefs. So essentially, we're bringing some things up to the surface that we need to look at. And oddly enough, that's what the new moon that we just had in Scorpio, that's what it was all about. So it makes sense. So I've really been learning for myself anyway, how to create more connection to, I guess, the afterlife. That's what I'm getting, you know? Just not feeling, I guess, worried as much, okay? So if that relates to you, this is going to make a lot of sense, okay? So we have Raven here, okay? I'm getting that there might be a lot of distractions for you at this time, okay? So if the Raven speaks to you, it speaks to you because there are some things that are happening in your life that you might feel like you're not content with, all right? And so the Raven spirit, what I'm getting is to kind of like cut any energetic cords that aren't serving you, okay? Energetic cords could be like related to people, but it could also be related to patterns of behaviors as well, okay? So really start looking into that darker side of ourselves, and this is a really great time. I'm going to be doing a November reading as well, so you can check out that video as well. And please make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel because that's really helpful. So that in general is our message, okay, for our week. And let's also see what else comes up for this week through our crystal ball. Okay, so all right, I'm getting like spirit tribe is what I'm hearing, okay? So spirit tribe could mean like multiple people all coming together to do some type of spiritual work. So it might be a good week for, again, working on those limiting beliefs in a group setting. So if anything pops up for you that you feel called to doing in a group setting, that will be supportive. I'm also getting that we're opening up together as a collective right now as well. So if you're feeling like you're being called to certain people, you're being called to them for a certain reason, okay? So let's see what else comes up here. Okay, so our stag, we're gonna set this up for around Monday the 31st, okay? I'm getting like some people might feel like they're in panic mode, and if you do feel that way as a result of some of these like patterns that you're working on, I'm getting that the support groups are going to be really great for you, all right? So go towards supportive group settings. Makes sense with our theme. All right, let's see what the cow has to say. So the cow is really discussing the importance of childhood as well. So you might find that things are coming up around your parents at this time. You might be finding that you're going towards unhealthy patterns of behaviors because that might be what you feel like you deserve. And I'm also feeling like your spirit is awakening, your spirit is coming across these things that you've gone through to actually support you, all right? So if you can look at it that way, that will be helpful. Let's go into the crystal. Ooh, this is really cool. So card readings are coming up for people as well. Great time to get card readings, great time to learn about card readings. And again, that inner child work feels supportive as well. So if you don't know what inner child work is, it's really when we go deeper into, again, some of those subconscious limiting beliefs around like, I'm this way because, you know, my family was this way, or this is how we grew up. And what the message here is to say is just to clean up that energy a little bit, because whatever age you are now, if you're in your 40s or something like that, that happened a really long time ago, and it's time to kind of move on from that. And I'm getting for people to up-level their boundaries. That feels really supportive for people, especially if there are things coming up for you around like childhood stuff, and as a result of some of those patterns and behaviors. So I am just launching my Boundaries 101 class as well. That's going to be November 23rd and November 30th. So if you'd like to join us, you can go underneath book online, robinshealing.com. We'd love to have you as well. Okay. So the adder is talking about some side effects that you might be feeling as a result of some of the work that you're doing throughout your week. Okay, so you might find that you need to escape in healthy ways. Maybe you need to zone out. Maybe you need to zen in. But writing feels like an amazing tool. Okay, so there's Georgie's butt. That's what he's telling you. I kind of feel like what's coming up, like Spirit is just kind of guiding us towards writing out our thoughts midweek. Okay, that's actually one of the reasons why I felt called to sitting next to my fire here, because it felt like a great place for me to just like sit and do some journaling, and then I felt called to actually speaking with you guys here. Okay, I'm also really excited this weekend because I'm doing this on Friday. I get to go into my yoga teacher training this weekend, and I really love, again, the group settings that we get to go into. So yeah, we're in a learning experience, but it's also really great for personal healing on my personal journey as well, right? In the month of November, I do have a special coming up. So if you are local and in person, for $75, you get a 75-minute healing reading session with me, and I would love to help you out on a deeper level too. Okay, so the goose, this is really talking about the childhood wounds are actually what are making us stronger. All right, so if you're finding that you're becoming more nurturing as a result of some of the things that you've been through, that makes sense. You might find that you're able to support more people as a result of some of the things that you've gone through. You might find that you've resulted towards like prayer, if you believe in prayer, because of some of the things that you've been through. So it's really encouraging you to uplift your spirits at this time. Okay, so as the week goes on, you might find that there's so much change happening that you might want to go back to some old habits, but what I'm getting is that you're going to actually find some form of peace this week instead of going back. So I like that a lot. All right, let's see what our crystal ball says here. Some people I feel like are really into the crystal ball. I might go underneath my TikTok after this and do a daily with it. But yeah, I'm still getting like there are some people who need that extra reflection time, so they're not finding conflict like up in their mind, or again with relationships. So yeah, if you do that kind of soul searching this week, things will be easier for you. Okay, so whatever that means for you. I'm also getting there might be somebody watching that's writing a book as well. So I mean, just keep chipping away at that as well. I'm getting like, again, if you're going through something, it is a really great time to share those thoughts and share those emotions with others. Yes. So Ram is teaching us that that addiction's not a bad thing. Okay, sometimes we go towards like, I need to get rid of these addictions, and like really look into that as well, because like the Ram is a really strong personality. The Ram needs like support, right? So maybe some of the things that you're addicted to are actually supporting you in some way as well. So for instance, if you're a teaaholic, you just love your teas and you're like, I need to lay off the tea. I feel like there's some caffeine in there that's not very good for me. I'm getting that it's like not to pick yourself apart, not to pick these things apart either, because sometimes there's like worse things that we could be doing. So I'm getting to like lighten up, to cheer up, and really finding that joy in our heart space, joy in our environments. But there's a light at the end of the tunnel that you're coming into, and if you could fast forward a little bit into the future, which I'd like to do here, what I'm getting, just like as a little future reading here, I'm getting the bowl is teaching us how to how to behave, okay? How to behave in ways that are supportive for us, for our ego as well. When the ego shows up, it's there to show us something, and maybe where we're not happy, where we're not satisfied as well. So the key thing here is just to be mindful of what you're projecting out into the world. Are you getting really worked up, I guess, about things that have happened to you, okay? So what the bull is teaching us is to, again, lighten your load, lighten up, all right? All right, the otter is also telling us that there might be some issues in your spinal cord, in your spine, and just to work on the spine in all shapes and forms. Again, that's something I can help you with a bit more in person, but I also do in my spiritual work a lot around the spine as well, so I can really help you out there. The otter is like a water animal, but they also get out of the water too. So it might be that if you feel like you're drowning in sorrow of some sort, that it's important to kind of like, again, just cheer up. So, you know, you might have tools that you're not using. You might know how to get yourself out of your own funk, but again, maybe you're just not doing that, okay? It's different for everybody. These are general messages and readings. If you go into robinshealing.com, you can book in your 15-minute reading and healing or your 30-minute one. I actually decided to make my prices what I feel are quite affordable towards like where I am right now. So I feel like someone who is a person who is working, right? But a person who still has like a lot on the go as well, so someone who is making time for themselves and keeping things flowing, okay? That's what's coming up. Oddly enough, our last card is related to the dog, as we have the dog here. Dogs are very loyal. Dogs can really honor their commitment to us as humans as well. They have this like very honorable quality about them. So what I'm getting is to not be too dependent on anything at this time, because when we're too dependent on something specific, that's when we start to lose our control and also our power. So it's going to be a week, and include the weekend in here, where you feel like being vulnerable is actually going to be very supportive for you, especially when you're around other people. And if you're feeling at all like you're not trusting or you're not trustworthy, to get help with that, okay? I hope you guys enjoyed this weekly. Please let me know if you did. And Georgie and I are gonna tune out. Bye for now.